So someone that watched my passive income versus active income video asked for um, more detail. So when I inquired specifically what they were looking for more details about, they said, they just keep spending money. So today I'd like to do a video that dives deeper into finances. Um, so obviously, when it comes to money, there's two main areas we can control. The first is, your income, whether it's passive or active, and then the second thing we can control is our spending. And spending is a hard thing for a lot of people because we're very, as humans, we're very emotional creatures. We see something that we want, and it's not always easy to be disciplined and not go out and, you know, get that candy bar or, buy those new shoes or a newer car or whatever it happens to be. So, obviously, there's needs and wants. So, when we look at our money, we need to get honest with ourselves. We can create a budget with how much money we have coming in, what our bills are, and how much money we have left over after the bills. Now, a lot of financial experts will advise you to pay yourself first because more often than not, a lot of people that are low income or middle class average income seem to be able to pay their bills, but they don't have anything left over after that. And that's one of the reasons credit cards seem to be so popular and people get themselves into debt. I can't speak for everyone. I don't want to tell you whether it makes sense to pay yourself first in your particular situation, but setting aside even a few percent of your paycheck will help create some kind of cushion for emergency situations, and also another part of spending, in addition to just having bills and things that we want. When we look at the leftover money, if you don't have any leftover money, then going out and getting $100 pair of shoes is not really gonna help you get your money right, or spending $50 on a new video game because you want to entertain yourself. Well, there's lots of free or near free ways of entertaining yourself, so you have to get disciplined in your spending. If you make $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever it happens to be, and you're spending 99% of that money on your bills, and then you're spending an additional 10 or 20% on things you want, well, right there you are already spending more than is coming in, and you're creating debt because you're going out and getting extras on top of trying to pay your bills. Or maybe you'll, you know, skip a internet um, bill 1 month, or a cell phone bill another month, so that you can go out and get something you want instead of paying the bills. Um, the other area I mentioned earlier was um, your income that's coming in. So, you can work on being disciplined and cutting back on your spending, but you can also work on increasing the income that's coming in. So, if you're only making $1,000 or $2,000 a month, and your bills are 90% of that, well, that doesn't leave you as much. So, in addition to cutting back on spending, you could try to find a higher paying job. Or if there's room for promotion in your current company, you could work on developing skills that'll get you to the next level. So if you're a cashier at a grocery store, or if you flip burgers, or whatever it happens to be that you make minimum wage or a little bit above, well, what would it take you to get to a manager position? Could you work on your leadership and communication skills? Could you volunteer for something? Could you try to take on more responsibilities and show people above you that you have something to contribute to the company? Can you become more valuable? So by becoming more valuable to the company, you can potentially get a promotion to get a pay bump. Now, in the active income versus passive income, I kind of talked about having a job, which is active income. You have to actively be involved and show up to get paid. But also there's passive income, things that you might contribute time or money to initially, and then require little to no effort on your part afterwards, something that will continue to pay you. So not everyone has money to put into real estate, but that's one thing that, if you have a few $1,000s to go buy a property, and then, find someone to rent that property, they can pay down your mortgage that you got on that property with the money you're collecting on rent. And depending on the figures on that property, let's say the mortgage is $900 between principal, interest, and whatever goes towards escrow. Well, if you're paying $900 for the mortgage, but you have someone in renting the property and you charge them $950, well, right there you're paying the $900 off the rent and then making $50 profit. Now, maybe everyone doesn't have a few $1,000s to go get a rental property, but maybe you have some extra time and you could write a book. Writing a book doesn't really cost you anything other than your time. And you can go a couple of different routes. You could try to send it to a publisher and get them to publish it, or you could self-publish and then not have as much of a cost because you're doing it yourself. But writing a book isn't for everyone, so it's just looking for opportunities, different ways to make income so that you can, along with being disciplined and spending less, you can also earn additional income beyond what you're currently making. If you research, millionaires and billionaires, a lot of them have multiple streams of income. And that's how, they keep getting richer, is because, they have other forms of income other than just physically going to work or running a company. Running a company is great if you have the mindset, and if you do, great, go start a company on the side while you're working your 9 to 5, and once you build the business right, you can leave your 9 to 5 and start growing and scaling your business. And then as you start scaling your business, you might hire more people to come in and help you. And by getting employees into a business you're starting, you can then multiply how much work you're doing because you have other people helping you, which can then multiply your profits your business is getting, because 5 people can do a minimum of 5 times the work as one person can. And then 5 times the work means at least 5 times the profit. So certainly worth looking into potential opportunities to go make more money in other ways other than just whatever your job is. So hopefully you found some value in this. If you'd like to hear more on something specifically, leave me a comment. If let me know what you liked or didn't like. So keep coming back and look for new videos, because I'm going to be trying to post a couple of videos a week about different things. Have a good day.